Hey guys, welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. In today's video, massive shout out to my Twitch chat. I was streaming and I can't remember who it was exactly, but they said, have I seen that Hoyo Wiki has Xuan on the site, which is pretty big. So this is still to be confirmed. So when we look at this, we've got coming soon. So if we look at the new characters, because this is like the official site, the official wiki, if you will, so we can pretty safely assume that this stuff is somewhat official. Like that's the way I look at it. This is like the most official one that we have. So when we look at the characters coming up, we've got Silverwolf, Luocha, or Lacha, or however they said it in the live stream, Yukong, then we got Kafka, Blade, and Luca. They've added Xuan. Now, we don't have any info on her at the moment, but we do get to see her class and her element, which is a big one for me personally. Now, like I said, all these other ones, they say coming soon. This one is still to be confirmed. So it is not confirmed that she's the next banner. I think this is a hint that she might be in like patch 1.3 after Blade and Kafka. It would kind of make sense. I can't think of any other characters that would really make sense as 5 stars that we've seen in the story so far to be implemented as one of the next 5 stars. But, you know, take this with a massive grain of salt because it does say to be confirmed, not coming soon. So not confirmation, but I mean, they could possibly still change her element and her class or her path, but quantum preservation. Now, this is a pretty big one for me. Now, down here, what did they update? Updated on the 29th of the 1st, 2023? What? Has that been there for that long? I swear she wasn't there before. The head of the Lofu's Divination Commission, yada, 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 just use her third eye. Sorry, I found that funny. I'm immature. But, you know, it's got the basic description of her. I'll leave this link in the description. But quantum and preservation. So for me personally, I really like that she's quantum and preservation. My dream, my hopes and dreams rest on the idea that she now is going to be Jeopard levels of preservation where you do not need and I'm assuming 5-star because like she's a main character and she will drive sales. But I'm hoping she is Jeopard levels of preservation in that you don't need a healer with her, because then that brings together my dream that I'm working towards of QQ, along with Silverwolf, who I'm going to pull for on my free-to-play. And on my free-to-play, I also have Zilla. And then if we get her and you don't need a healer with her, then it's a pretty decent team with the offensive support, our sustain unit. Then we got a sub DPS with QQ who can also deal massive damage, and Zilla. That is what I'm hoping for. And then as we move past that, if we get like another good support or an actual healer for Quantum, then I can look at using like leaving Zilla out and then just using Zilla in another team with like Bronya or something like that and just clapping. The reason for that is we still don't know how Silverwolf will work, and I'll talk about Silverwolf in another video. I'm just waiting to hopefully find out more information on her. But if you go mono quantum, you're basically guaranteed to have beneficial elemental advantage against anything you fight, which is really cool. So for me personally, the way I'm taking my free-to-play account, this is definitely, I think I'm definitely saving for Xuan after Silverwolf. Hopefully I can get both of them, and then I'm building like a really solid quantum core. Also, I just find the quantum characters to be really cool personally. So yeah, that is the sort of angle I am taking. But once again, it is not 100% confirmed. Like I said, it says to be confirmed. But I thought pretty cool that she's on the site. We've got to look into the elements and also the path, which gets me really excited, because if they're putting her as a preservation unit, and I'm assuming she's going to be 5-star because let's face it, she's going to drive sales. I don't understand the appeal behind it, but I know a lot of people have it. I'm just getting her purely for the quantum preservation type vibes. But that's a pretty good one for me, and I'm pretty excited about that. So we'll have to wait and see if they do more about her, if they start putting some social posts out. I haven't seen anything on Bilibili about her or anything like that. I found out early that we were starting to promote 1.2 characters when 1.1 isn't even here. But if she's like a 1.3 character and they're starting the promotion there, I guess they're really just driving it home, which I'm all for them showing us upcoming characters as soon as possible so people can try and choose what they want to sort of aim for. I think it's a good idea, but we'll have to wait and see. But once again, Xuan coming, not too bad. And now for the rest of the video, I wanted to give you guys a quick update on the challenge account. Now this is an account that I am spending on to refresh stamina. I'm not spending for characters, and we're only using 4 stars E0 with free-to-play light cones and obviously the MC as well because it's a free character. Now people always get confused with what I'm doing here. All I'm doing on this account is just trying to use free stuff essentially that everyone gets to test what you can do if you have the worst RNG in the game. But I'm trying to expedite the process by spending all my stamina, all my jades on refreshes. Now, this is not something I recommend players do. This is just something I'm doing because it's a secondary account to my other account, and it's something I want to have fun with. So no one look at this, please, and think I need to refresh max on my stamina, because most people will get upset with that because it means you're losing out on summons. And at the end of the day, games are about having more characters and summons, but I've got another account that I do that on. So I just want to get that disclaimer out of the way because people always get upset when they see this account. But essentially, these are the free units that we are using. Now, we do have a Ting who's not technically free, but hey, we're not going to do it with Herder. So, you know, that's the option we have. Unfortunately, we haven't pulled a Su Shang on this account. Otherwise, I would be building up a Su Shang as well. Now, all of my characters are now ascended with a level 80 cap, but I haven't leveled them all. Resources are a bit of a crunch at the moment in Trail because I'm Trailblazer level 61. I'm still working on grinding out trace materials. So the first thing I did when I got here was start grinding the Ascension materials. Now I'm grinding trace materials. When we look into my traces, I'm pretty well stacked here. I haven't gotten anything to level 8 yet just because I don't want to use these things yet, but I'll probably do it on my QQ because, you know, QQ is life. I still got to upgrade traces on a bunch of my other units, but my DPS are pretty much sorted now. March is pretty low. The investment on these traces like diminishes a fair bit for the defensive units, in my opinion. I need some more investment in my Asta. As for gear, my DPS units, their relics are pretty well sorted. They're not like the best. Like you can see, Dan's still got a purple one here. But they're still okay. Like I'm happy with where my gear is at for my DPS units. My healing units, my defensive units, and my supportive units are still very much lacking. I just haven't had the great rolls on them that I've had on the DPS front. And I need a lot more speed on things like my Trailblazer Fire 123, my March 129. They're just too slow for me, especially, and also Natasha at 120, especially when you look at the fact that I've only got 1 healer. So I've been pushing Memory of Chaos with 1 healer. And I'll show you where we got to in Memory of Chaos. Over here, this is where we ended up. Now I'm on 17 stars. I could try and push for 1 more star, but the problem I'm having is having no downed characters. That's where 6 and 7, I've gotten the lower cycle range. I just haven't got the no downed characters. And besides that, we got 3 stars on 1 through 5, which I was pretty happy with. Stage 8 is just a bit of a pickle for me because I'm trying to do this enemy without a healer. And unfortunately, it's incredibly hard because this enemy here, the Guardian Shadow, is the one that makes you not be able to use skills or you get punished, not be able to use basic attacks or you get punished. So she just absolutely claps. It's so RNG based, it's not funny. And she's on the middle wave. And on the final wave, it's her with the Ice Golem. And if this Ice Golem takes more than 1 attack in a row and gets his AoE, we're clapped. So without a healer, it's really hard because I don't think I'd be able to do this one without a healer. And yeah, so I think that's where we're leaving it. At the moment in the Memory of Chaos, we've got 6 hours before the reset. So I'm going to finish it with 17 stars on this rotation, which I'm pretty happy with at the end of the day. Hopefully next rotation, we can get our traces done up. We can level things up a bit more, get some better gear, and maybe push past 8 into 9, maybe even 10. But honestly, if I can keep getting these 15 stars and then push anything else as a bonus for the next month or so, I'm pretty happy with where that's at, to be honest. Now, like I said, at the moment, just trace farming. I've mentioned that in my farming video before that traces from 60 to 65 are my priority because they're at their max efficiency. And that's sort of what I'm looking towards. Once again, I am spending, I can show you guys what I've spent on this one. Let's take a look. Exchange that. So I've bought the 49 Australian and the 22 Australian. I don't know what those are in US dollars. I'm tipping this is the 1, the 5. This might be like the 15 and the 30 or something. I don't know what the values of these are in US dollars. I apologize. But those are the 2 I've bought there. And then I've also bought the Battle Pass and the monthly pass. So that's everything I've bought on the account so far, just to let you guys know. And I'll just keep buying these good value ones as I need more of them to keep refreshing my stamina. As you can see, whoops, and that's not what I was meant to do. I've been refreshing my stamina. Once again, I do not recommend anyone to do it. It's just what I've been doing because that's what I have fun doing with on this account, and it's fun just for me personally when I still have my free-to-play account that's been absolutely godly with luck and has like five stars. So that is where we are at, guys. Like I said, once again, touching on what we were looking at earlier, is that Xuan is in the website. I'm really excited for this. Preservation Quantum. Hopefully she's Japard levels of not needing any other support, and she can just carry my Quantum team. That's the hopes and dreams that I'm living on right now. But we'll have to see. I'll update you guys as they add more about her into this site. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.